Hello everyone, my name is Misty Fiello. I had a pacemaker put in 2015 for a complete heart block. I've since lost about 40 pounds, run 4 half marathons, and I am currently training for a marathon. Excuse the noise, I'm outside filming. There's noise inside my house too because kids are playing and my neighbors are doing yard work. I wanted to share with you, if you talk to someone who is marathon training and you ask them what their plans are for the weekend, they are most likely going to tell you that they are running, they are grocery shopping for the massive amount of food they are going to eat next week, especially if, like me, they have 2 children who are approaching their teenage years. My family just eats a ton of food, and they are doing laundry. So running, grocery shopping and meal prepping, and doing laundry. And so I thought today would be a good opportunity to film a video to discuss with you what I eat in a day on a long run day. Today is kind of a shorter long run. I just did 8 miles. I am structuring my marathon training on a 2-week basis where I go up in mileage every other week, and then in between I kind of go down a little bit in miles to keep myself to where I'm base building slowly without risking an injury. So last weekend I ran 11 miles, and next weekend I'll run 12 miles on Saturday, but this weekend I went down in miles and I just ran 8 miles. So today I ate a lot of food. 8 miles it still requires a lot of fuel, but I didn't eat as much as maybe I will once I start hitting 14, 15, 16 miles on Saturdays. And I might share some other videos on what I eat in a day on those days. Anyway, let's get into it. This is my pretty standard pre-long run breakfast. This is a stroop waffle with some honey, peanut butter, and chia seeds. I also almost always have coffee before a long run, and some almond milk. This particular day I had like this microdose coffee that I ordered from Amazon. I'm not a big fan. It's kind of expensive. I think 30 cups is like $24, and it's just okay. I also mixed up about 1.5 liters of an intra workout that I use during my long runs. It is awesome. It has branched chain amino acids and some electrolytes and I think maybe some vitamins. This particular flavor is watermelon. That's something new. I did have a blood orange flavor, which was pretty good, but this watermelon is really delicious. So I mixed that up and I added it to my runner's pack, or my runner's vest that I wore with me on my long run. I cleaned up the mess that I made, and then I packed a couple of goos for the run. 2 goos is kind of a lot for an 8 miler, but I'm still kind of experimenting with how often to take them. I did every 3 miles on this day. I had a salted watermelon and a cola flavored. And then this is me ready for my run. My sister met me on this day. She ran not all of the whole 8 miles with me. She's running a half marathon in December. But she ran a good bit of the miles with me. She stopped and walked occasionally. And then this is me after my run. I'm trying to show you how soaked I was. It was in the 90s today in South Mississippi and just super hot. And then me and my sister had this post-run treat, a glass of wine each, and a pumpkin muffin with some walnuts and some scrambled eggs. I did add a little bit of ghee to the pan that I scrambled the eggs in. So this is just kind of to give you a visual of what marathon runners do on their weekends. We run, We eat and grocery shop and meal prep, and we do laundry. But here I am avoiding my laundry a little bit with a sparkling water by the pool. And then so a little bit in the afternoon, I was dragging pretty hard. So I made another cup of coffee. This time I made a more affordable instant coffee with almond milk, some instant coffee crystals, and I even added a teeny little bit of Ready Whip on top. And then I hadn't had much fruits and vegetables because I don't typically do that before a long run. So I had some baby carrots as a snack. And then I don't know if you know this trick, but you can make air popped popcorn essentially in your microwave with just a brown paper lunch bag. I'm measuring out an exact serving of 3 tablespoons of popcorn. Not so much because I'm worried about calories. It's just I can make it work in the microwave better that way. After I folded the paper bag, after adding the popcorn, I just popped it in the microwave for about 2 minutes. You need to be extra careful because you can over pop it. Just kind of listen when you hear the pops stop. You know the popcorn's done. It makes a giant bowl. It's like 120 calories. Super yummy snack, and I just put a little Himalayan sea salt on top. I got this idea of using air pop popcorn when I wanted a snack that wasn't super high in calories. You get just a large volume of food, but very little calories. I got this idea from Greg Doucette. If you don't follow Coach Greg on YouTube, you should definitely consider it. He has a lot of ideas for making really low calorie, nutrient dense foods that'll keep you full. If weight loss is one of your goals, definitely check him out. Then I got this idea. I'm making dinner or prepping dinner. I got this idea to use like bagged peppers and onions, kind of like I would use a Trinity when I cook, from That Lisa Dawn. If you don't follow That Lisa Dawn on YouTube, you should consider it. She has a lot of really creative ideas for cooking meals on a budget. And then I used this rice cooker thing that I bought on Amazon, and I just browned up some turkey and some ground beef. I have it on a saute simmer function. So I'm browning them directly in my rice cooker, and then I added the chopped onions and peppers. I picked that bag up for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just using half a bag here. And then I added some minced garlic that I got from Walmart. It's just great value brand. And just continuing to brown everything up in the rice cooker. It doesn't brown perfectly in the rice cooker like it would in like an iron skillet on the stove. But I'm actually using this to make like a slow cooked spaghetti sauce. So it's really fine for my purposes. I'm using some jarred Great Value marinara. Just like a tip, that marinara has no added sugar. So if you're trying to avoid sugar in your diet, that's a good choice. I added 2 cans, and then I didn't measure, I just added a boatload of Italian seasoning. I like it. I add a lot, and I'm making a pretty big pot. And then some rosemary from my herb garden. I like using fresh herbs when I cook, especially when I do like cheater shortcuts, like using marinara sauce, because it makes it taste more homemade. So I added some rosemary, I added some fresh thyme, and I also add some basil. Then I added a couple of bay leaves. It really makes the sauce taste so much better. Just trust me. Give it a try next time you make some pasta sauce. And then I had closed everything up and started to let it simmer, and then I remembered that I wanted to add some red pepper flakes, so I quickly added some red pepper flakes. And then after it simmered, I thought it needed to cook a little bit longer, so I put it like on the low setting and turned it to like crock pot setting, and then just let it cook on low until it was time for us to eat. And then I had this Quest bar. Actually, it's like Quest peanut butter cups. There's 2 in this package. Maybe, I don't know exactly how healthy these are, but they're kind of like a protein bar, and they're super yummy. I had this while I finally got around to doing my laundry. Then when it got pretty close to dinner time, I boiled some water to cook my pasta. I just added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the water and some Himalayan sea salt. I cooked up a package of rotini noodles just according to the package directions. Please ignore my crazy runner's feet. I actually have one toenail that's a little black because I tried to cover up how bad my toenails looked with black nail polish, and I never got it off of that one toe. And then I actually am losing my first toenail on my right foot. Very appetizing. So then don't forget, before you serve the sauce, to take your bay leaves out. Super important. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. Somebody had to dig it out of their bowl. And this is the final product. It was absolutely delicious. I served it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I cook spaghetti, pasta, something like that at least once a week. And for some reason, this one was especially good. Since it is Saturday, while I was cooking dinner, I hit these mineral waters pretty hard. And then I went grocery shopping with my son for food for the week, and I got a little craving for something sweet, so I had a 0 sugar Gatorade, and I had 4 of these chocolate rice cakes. These are really good. I get these at Dollar General. This concludes the video of what I eat on a typical long run day while marathon training. I am also going to have this clear American that I picked up when I was grocery shopping with my son. This is just a snapshot of what a long run day looks like for me. Some long run days I eat more, some long run days I eat less. I don't really calorie count anymore. One of the big reasons for that is because it is really hard for me to kind of gauge what a typical, it's hard for me to estimate how many calories I'm burning on a day like today. But calorie counting worked really well for me in the beginning. So if it works for you, I'm not suggesting everybody follow this diet to a T. Everybody's physiology is different, and what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for someone else. But yeah, this is what my day of eating looked like today. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Until the next one, keep moving and remember how lucky you are.